brave the traffic and the weather to have a look at this one.
Galway's Anthony Cunningham has opted to start this league with 5 players from the 2011 minor All-Ireland winning team. And while Jonathan Glynn and Pádraig Breheny are old hands at this stage, it's a big opportunity for John Hanbury at the back and Dean Higgins, number 12. This year Clare will have joint captains. Pat Donnellan now shares that responsibility with fullback Cian Dillon. And today there are late call-ups for Conor Cleary and Bobby Duggan. They replace David McInerney and Tony Kelly. Galway, of course, still without Joe Canning. That broken finger, however, doesn't stop him signing little jerseys for the adoring fans. Brian Gavin from Offaly gets this match underway, 10 minutes behind schedule because of some late arrivals in the ground here. Quite a good crowd. And it's Galway who are playing into the goal away on our right here, looking for the opening scores. Cathal Mannion, dangerous position from a Clare point of view, trying to keep him at bay here. Swept right across. Good opportunity then for Jason Flynn, and with Galway's first attack he manages to put that one between the posts and over, and Galway are in front. Well, he scored 4 points on his debut here last season against Dublin, I seem to remember, and he's done it again here. Good start. Galway are off to a flyer. Jack Brown racing out, leaves it behind, however. That's Andy Smith. Very tough, competitive Alliance League Division 1 as always. Joe Cooney. Little ball here as far as Jonathan Glynn, just eluded him initially, has the chance to regain it, however, and then to put it safely over. 2 attacks and Galway 2 points in front. Just looked to have gone a little bit too far away from Jonathan Glynn, but he regained composure and control. Good finish. Well, he must be very pleased. Anthony Cunningham, a win in the Walsh Cup, takes every match, every competition seriously. Nicely down here. It's Bobby Duggan. We'll expect a lot from Bobby Duggan, and that is just an illustration of the kind of skills he possesses. And that's a 2nd point for Duggan, and he's Clare's only scorer so far. Both points have been long-range attempts from around 45 metres out, and that was a real beauty. This puck out aimed towards Dean Higgins. 3 Clare players immediately converge on him, but it's still Higgins who gets it and manages to get away here. Bugler is after him, so too is Conor Cleary. Back it comes here towards Gerry Garroyd McInerney, son of Gerry, of course, and that shot inside the post and over the bar. Good work there by Garroyd McInerney. Lovely little reverse pass here into him, came forward strongly, crashed into Bugler, got away with it. 6-3. Short puck out by Pa Kelly here, relatively short as far as Brendan Bugler, supported by Conor Ryan, the centre half back, and then he is upended, and it was Andy Smith who committed that foul, so it's a free to Clare, and that is Conor Ryan there, fairly well and truly upended by Andy Smith. This Clare free will be taken inside their own 65-metre line by Colin Ryan. So far they haven't really been making inroads in that Galway defence. Nobody in the inside forward line starting today has scored so far, but here's a chance, and John Conlon just got his stick to that one, and bang on cue there is a goal by somebody from the inside forward line. It's come after 30 minutes and not before time. The teams are level. Big huge free from Colin Ryan, and John Conlon flicked it in past the goalkeeper, and the team's on terms. Colin Galvin, the midfielder, across as far as Colin Ryan. First of all, he's going to try and keep it in play. That's task number 1 achieved. Then to try and get it away from Garroyd McInerney. That's the hard bit. He's deemed to have fouled McInerney, so free to Galway. Looks like they will have the last attack, last possible shot before the break. Well, he showed plenty of pace to keep it in initially, but then as he challenged McInerney, the referee decided McInerney went down and was helped to go down. Andy Smith in for the forwards to try and win, to try and get a last score maybe. Jonathan Glynn laying it off here. Oh yes, corner of the net by Cathal Mannion. In the 37th minute now, from the free. Both goals have come from frees. This one lobbed in there, won very well by Jonathan Glynn, laid off for Cathal Mannion, and the corner forward finished clinically right into the corner beyond Pa Kelly. It's Galway 1-9, Clare 1-8. David Reedy up against two backs, and in fact the midfielder's got in there as well, in Italian, but the man who comes out with it is Shane O'Donnell. Great pace, O'Donnell. This deserves a score, and this one gets a score. Shane O'Donnell, the UCC student, puts it over and makes it 111 to 1-9. Conor Cleary out to Bugler, lets it off into the forwards towards the substitute Conor McGrath, and McGrath gets there, gets strong, gets it in and gets it over the bar. Well, he marks his introduction very firmly. 2 against 1 over there, but he just stole a march, in particular on Johnny Cohen, and the strength of his shot carried that one inside the left-hand upright. Back down it comes all the way towards Jonathan Glynn once again, and into the corner there, James Regan battling for it. Regan trying to roll it up onto the stick. Glynn waiting, and it's Glynn who's got it. Now he gets away. A lot of work to do. Colm Galvin after him, trying to get the stick in and hook him. Played across it to Joseph Cooney. Another Galway goal. Joseph Cooney scoring with 23 minutes gone in the second half. He was left all alone. Just took control of it and blasted it in past Pa Kelly. And it's 2-12 to 1-15. Teams level again. Well, that's a blow for Davy Fitzgerald and for Clare, with that goal coming as it does after 48 minutes of this match. That's John Conlon, and that's another for Clare. A goal and 2 points now by John Conlon. Well, he got away from the attentions there of Greg Lally and fired it over brilliantly. Clare by 1. Galway to try and get the next score. They've got a free. Colm Galvin is puzzled. He feels he was dragged down. The referee saw it otherwise. I make it about 90 metres from the target. Jason Flynn letting fly. Galway a point behind. In it drops, and it's skidded off a boot, a Clare boot, for a 65. Galway will have one more chance. We're in the 68th minute. Almost the 69th, and I think it was Patrick O'Connor's leg was the last one to touch it. Once again, Jason Flynn, 7 points so far. First point he got was from open play. The rest have been from frees. This 65 can level it, and that's exactly what he's done. 2-14 to 1-17. Brian Malloy trying to keep it in for Galway. Everybody pleading with the referee, it should be theirs. In the end, it's picked up by Jack Brown. Kicked away. And the referee has once again blown his whistle. And once again, it's going to be an opportunity for Galway. Just watch this again. Yeah, the ball may well have been picked off the ground. That may well be the decision. And you can see how unhappy Clare are with the decision. But there's a chance. And Jason Flynn has got 8 points already, the last one from a 65. And it's getting very heated over there between the officials. Flynn strikes. Is he going to make it? The umpire goes for the white flag, waves it up. He's got a 9th. Galway have another. And you can see just what's happened here immediately after that ball went in and over the bar. Goalkeeper and Patrick O'Connor getting involved with Paul Killeen there, and it got really heated. This was the free, and that's where the score was made by Jason Flynn. And there is the final whistle. The opening Alliance League game of the new season between the great rivals Galway and Clare has resulted in victory for the home team by a solitary point. Clare will be disappointed, Galway happy with the 2 points, and the final score in Salthill is Galway 215, Clare 170.
I suppose the last 20 minutes there was real championship, got close to championship pace. It was, very, very close, and I suppose the draw was on the cards there with a few minutes to go. We'd have taken it probably, but we showed great character, and we've a good few guys out, but I think the guys who have come in are really putting pressure on to be starting for Galway this year, and that's the biggest thing we can take from this victory.
Well, a hectic finish in Salt Hill. Jason Flynn proving the hero for the home side. Michael Kavanagh, that's a real tonic for Galway, because there was a game they could have lost in those last few minutes of it. And to win a game like that, they're bonus points really in the league.
Yeah, Andy Cunningham will be delighted with that victory, I suppose. A real test of character there, and for Jason Flynn with that free in the last minute in tough conditions. You know, in the second half there was a bit of downpour at half time, and it was very trying conditions. But Galway, you know, will be delighted with that win, and they're building on, I suppose, their Welsh Cup victory there 2 weeks ago as well. They've started they started the year very well, and I suppose he blooded a lot of new youngsters there today, and be delighted with the progress. And to pick up the 2 points, show great character in the second half to ground it out. I suppose they started the game well, but they let kind of Clare back into it. But very happy and moving on now to next week.
You mentioned that start by Galway. Let's go through the match then, Michael. A good start for them. Lost the lead, but then they got a couple of scores, like at vital times in the game as well.
Yeah, they started the game off very well. They really hit the ground running. They got some very good early scores. They came out of the traps. Clare a bit lethargic probably early on, slow to kind of settle. Galway really hit them with a couple of early points. You know, they were leading 7-3 after 22 minutes. But Galway kind of got back into the game, and it was Galway's timing as the goals. This goal came right on half time. Jonathan Glynn rose to the clouds, brought down the ball. It was probably fouled there, left it advantage by Brian Gavin, and offloaded Cotton Mannion, who finished the ball brilliantly. That was on the right before half time. In the second half, 60 minutes, 10 minutes left. Jonathan Glynn again, you know, sold through the defence. He had a fine game. Laid it off to Joseph Cooney, who spun brilliantly on a sixpence into the back of the net. And this is the last free by Jason Glynn. This showed great character. Under pressure there, probably rated by the crowd as well, but really stepped up for a youngster. He had a fine game today, you know, scored 9 points, 7 from frees. He scored a 65 before that as well, and that was a pressurised free, and it showed great character from him to step up in the last minute to win it for Galway.
No, he was getting a lot of advice on the sideline there as he was pucking that ball. Donald, Clare were unhappy with that free. They felt that they had been wrongly penalised in that. How did you see it?
Yeah, we looked at it a couple of times and we felt that it was the correct call by Brian Gavin. I think, you know, all credit due to him. I wouldn't be a big fan of the Brian Gavin school of refereeing, as probably as you well know, but I think he deserved credit for making the right call there, and also by making the tough call, because it would have been easier for him to just play it out for a draw.
Yeah. All right, thanks for that, lads. It is time for us to take a break.